In marriage, husband and wife belong to one another and are linked to each other's family, and they begin a new life together in the community. This is a way of life that all should honor. It must not be undertaken carelessly, lightly, or selfishly, but reverently, responsibly, and after serious thought. Into this way of life, Ethan and Mary come now to be joined. If anyone can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, you must declare it now.
I've been waiting for hours. Please, can we find somewhere to sit and talk?
Please, I don't have time to do that. But you can say whatever you want to say here.
Once a week, I do come here to remind God of His promises concerning my life and to pray. But when I saw you at the altar, crying bitterly with tears in your eyes, I said to myself, God wants to use me to meet this lady's need.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine now.
Seriously, don't be ashamed. Like I said, whatever the problem is, you can tell me. Even if it is money, I'll do it.
Really? So would you do all that for a total stranger?
Like I said, I felt your pains and I have a strong leading to help.
You're a good man with a kind heart. Well, for the tears, I left all on the altar with God. And now I have joy and peace in my heart.
You have faith. And I like your faith. So what caused the tears? Tell me.
To tell you the cause of my tears, it's just like going back to the altar to get it. It's my past. And I don't ever want to visit it again.
Wow. He who places his hands on the plows must not look back. I like your faith.
Ethan, of a truth, that woman is a good woman.
Yeah.
With a good heart. And I believe every responsible man will want to take her for a wife.
You can say that again. The most important part is that we met at the altar.
Don't forget, that's the altars of tears.
Hey. The tears that turned into joy.
That's actually true. Has she actually told you the cause of that altar, that tears in the altar?
That's one part of her life she never wants to talk about. She has buried it in the past, and is talking about it now is like digging up a grave.
But Ethan, to be serious, are you willing to take a risk not knowing the past of the woman you want to marry? Spending your whole life with her?
A risk I'm ready to take over and over again. What matters most is that we met at the altar inside the church. Don't forget, I also have a terrible past. I mean, what could be more terrible than my own past?
Well, but have you told her about your past?
She's not interested in the past. She wants to put the past behind her. What matters most to her now is the joy that she's experiencing that she wants to continue with.
Well, I think you guys are trying to live a past-free life, and that's okay by me. That's a good one. Kudos, my friend.
My daughter, my son said a lot about you. You are beautiful. I like you. Come, wá jókòó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi.
Mommy?
Ethan,
Yes, Mommy.
kí ló dé?
For this wedding, we want the traditional and the church wedding on the same day. And after the church wedding, a light reception will take place at the same venue and nothing more.
Ethan, God forbid. Àṣẹ ní ṣókí o. Àṣẹ ní ṣókí o. Mo kọ̀ àṣẹ ní ṣókí sọ́mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ni mí.
There we go.
Traditional wedding. We do it on Friday. And we will cook amala, gbẹ̀gìrì, ewédú, and goat stew. Then, a week later, we will do church wedding in your city. After the pastor finish their own, then we will do reception proper. Tá gé kéèkì, tá reception, tá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tá wà máa tá jó wọlé kankan, tá ṣe reception. Even ní ìjọ yẹn, that very ní ìjọ yẹn gangan, even àwọn ọ̀tá mi, wọ́n á jókòó side table, wọ́n sì jẹun and be ashamed. Torí wọn ò nírètí pé irú mi mo lè ṣe ìgbéyàwó fún ọmọ mi ọkùnrin kó tó báyìí. Wo ìgbéyàwó yẹn, ayé ò gbọ́ o, ọ̀run ó mọ̀. Ethan, ìgbéyàwó rẹ̀ máa ṣe tí ó sì lárinrin tí ó big gan, táyé á gbọ́ tọ̀run mọ̀. Wo my daughter, don't listen to him o. Tó bí mi ṣe fẹ́ nìyẹn, mo fẹ́ káyé gbọ́ kọ́run ó mọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìgbéyàwó tá a fẹ́ ṣe. So ó ti yé ẹ bá.
I'm afraid we cannot have the kind of quiet wedding you want.
So can we just take the church wedding to the village as well?
I understand you want a quiet wedding, but the village wedding will not work for me. I will persuade my mom and have a chat with my pastor to see how we can have it as quiet as possible.
You're the best gift life has offered me. You know, I have slept in sorrow and I woke up with tears all my life. Then you came and joy fills my heart.
I promise you, the kind of joy you have, no tears, no sorrow can take that away from you.
Oh, I love you.
I love you more, my irreplaceable. Can we go now?
Yes.
In marriage, husband and wife belong to one another and are linked to each other's family, and they begin a new life together in the community. This is a way of life that all should honor. It must not be undertaken carelessly, lightly, or selfishly, but reverently, responsibly, and after serious thought. Into this way of life, Ethan and Mary come now to be joined. If anyone can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, you must declare it now.
The guest of yours?
Never seen him before.
That man standing there is my past.
Stay in the car. I'll be right back. How can we help you?
I had a little misunderstanding with her. She left the house and never returned. Thank you for looking after my wife. Can I go with her?
Your wife? That's not your wife.
That lady inside your car is my wife.
No. She's my wife.
Was my name not mentioned to you and the blood covenant we had together? My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood. Ask my wife. She will tell you the meaning. Coming back for you.
Ethan, who is that and what does he want?
That's all right, Noah. Excuse us. Noah, please excuse us.
Are you serious, Ethan? Hope everything is fine.
I'll be fine. We'll be fine. Thank you.
All right, if you say so, man.
Have you been married before?
Ethan,
Have you been married before I met you?
no.
Then what's my blood, my vow, my vow, my blood?
Ethan, please, can we go inside?
Reverend Caleb, I learned a wedding took place this morning in your local parish. Can you confirm it?
Yes, I joined Bro Ethan and Sister Mary in holy matrimony early this morning.
Who gave you the authority to conduct a wedding between a man and a woman without a consent from me, the general overseer?
Sir, Bro Ethan came pleading that they wanted the marriage as quiet as possible without any public announcements.
Am I now a member of the public? Do you have to take consent as a pastor from your church member?
I'm sorry, sir.
A young man called this morning. He said he wanted his wife back. So, go and dissolve the unauthorized wedding you conducted this morning and give back Mary to the husband.
I'm confused, sir.
Secondly, the church council will meet to discuss the disciplinary action that will be taken against you. But for now, go and get a decent haircut befitting a pastor. And please, you can leave my office.
As long as I live, I will love no other man but you. My body belongs to you alone. This is my promise to you.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood.
Check, I don't check. Oh. Now 2-1 be this. Oh.
Vicky,
2-1.
now you they lead me for
Now
what?
me,
No, now me go.
5.
You don't give me odd number. Thank God, now you dey ground.
Wait, master. Wait,
Don't tell me say make I change her next time.
Head boy, you got this girl pregnant the first time. This is the result. I forgave her because I thought it was a mistake. Isn't it? Now you got her pregnant the second time. I've brought your property to you. As from today, they are now your responsibility. Auntie, I took you from the streets as an orphan. Brought you into my house as my biological daughter. This is how you pay me. You said you will not stop following all these street boys. Isn't it? You even taught my daughters how to follow men. Okay, our journey ends here. Today, our journey ends here.
Babe, you no tell me say you get belle now. Huh? Why you can't allow water turn garri now? How I won't do this one.
Yes!
You are pushing me.
You must kill me today.
You are pushing me out of my patience. You are dragging me out of my patience.
You must kill me today.
Be careful with me.
Kill me now.
You know say I no wan remember those days.
I say kill me.
I no wan remember wetin I dey. Take your time with me.
Kill me.
See as you dey push me.
I say kill me.
Wetin dey worry you now?
Kill me. Yes.
Na this.
You must kill me today.
You ba?
Yeah.
Come on. Wetin dey worry you? I don dey tell you say. of woman you be? I don't tell you. You get your time. You get your time. Stop.
That night, I lost the baby. And then things became difficult for both of us. But I couldn't leave him because of the covenant between us. Then one day, he came up with an idea.
Babe, see ba, you get this rich woman, she get issue, she no fit born. And she dey look for pikin. She dey ready to pay good money.
Wait, oh. Are you suggesting that we sell our only child?
No be like that. We go give her our daughter, collect the money. She go train her for London. Oh. But I promise you, I go keep track of our daughter. For future, we go claim am back.
Look, I'm sorry, but we cannot sell our child.
We can always have children. See how we dey live life. We need this money.
I cannot sell my daughter. A week later, I woke up late because I was drunk the night before. Then I searched everywhere for my daughter. Joy! When I couldn't find her, I knew he sold her out. Then he came back home with a bag full of money.
Money.
That morning, I ran mad. He took me to the house he just bought. When I saw the house, I saw the face of my daughter, and I started crying again. He persuaded me to go inside, but I couldn't, and I left the house for him.
Mary, you're a good woman, and that is why I have taken you like my sister. I don't like the way my brother is treating you, and that is why I'm telling you this. Your daughter was used for ritual, and he's likely to use you too if you don't have another child for him. As for me, I am running for my dear life. I'm running for my dear life.
I did not cry, nor was I surprised, because I already knew that my daughter was used for rituals. But the only pain in my heart was that I failed my daughter. I started looking for God. I needed God to forgive me. So I said to myself, my journey with him is over. I got up and walked out of his life, never to look back. I mean, what kind of a man will use his own daughter for blood money?
Ah! And you couldn't tell me all this?
He that puts his hand on the plow does not look back. My past.
Yes, who is it?
Reverend Caleb.
Ah, Reverend, please come in. Reverend, come inside.
Please, come, let us. All this confusion could have been avoided if only you had told me that your wife has been married before.
Reverend, sir, I'm as confused as you are. I never knew she was married before.
But how could you marry a woman without proper check?
We met miraculously at the altar, where she left her past with God and never to talk about it again.
Obviously, the same altar has rejected her past. The man in question has called the GO, asking that his wife be returned to him.
Ha! My God. What have I gotten myself into? Reverend, sir, what do I do?
You have gotten me into a big mess. I am now facing disciplinary committee. I need you and your wife to go and apologize to the GO on my behalf.
Now?
Yes, the GO has called for your marriage to be dissolved because it is illegal for you to marry the wife of a man that is still alive.
I'm confused.
Please, you and your wife should meet me at the church.
I have no doubts that our meeting at the altar last year was divine, and that God brought you into my life to wipe away your tears. Mary, will you be my wife?
Ethan,
Yes.
I want to be your wife, but on one condition. That whatever your past is, we'll leave it as your past. And my past is my past too. Never to look back.
That our dirty past be buried in the past. It's a good condition. Will you still marry me?
Yes, I'll be your wife. I have been standing here for a while and you didn't notice.
You should have told me that you were married before.
Ethan, that is the past that I left at the altar with God, where we first met. The same place where you became my future.
We have to see the GO right away. Your past is demanding that our marriage is dissolved. And he has a point. He's right. You cannot be married to two men at the same time.
He is not my husband. No bride price. I never had any wedding with him. You are my husband.
But you made a blood covenant with him.
That covenant was broken on the day I gave my life to Christ on the altar.
I'm confused. I don't believe this is happening.
Please, let's go and see the Jew.
Now that we are going for visitation, we are not holding gift. What do we present?
Let's just attend the occasion. Whenever you have, you can give them.
Hello, Daddy Gio. Hello, Daddy Gio. You have an urgent meeting, sir? Yes, sir. I should attend to. I will do that. I will do exactly that, sir. All right, sir. Daddy Gio said I should attend to Mary and Ethan. Mr. Ethan. You married a woman without knowing her background. What is wrong with you youths? And you, Mary, where are your parents?
Sir, I am an orphan. I don't know my dad. I lost my mom when I was 14 years as a result of prostitution. I don't even know any of my relatives. I work at a local restaurant for a woman who adopted me.
Mr. Ethan, where did you marry her from? And to whom did you pay the bride price?
During our counseling sessions, Reverend Caleb told me to pay her bride price to the church. Hence, she doesn't have a relative to receive the bride price. So I paid 250,000 naira to the church.
250,000 to the church? What? To which church? As it is now, head boy did not pay any bride price on you. You both lived in sin. You met Christ and you gave your life to Christ. You are a new person. As it is now, your legal husband is Ethan.
Sir, how do I explain this to the other man?
This could have been better explained before you got married to her. But honestly, as it is now, I don't know how you go about that.
I thought I could just walk away from my past without looking back.
When one gives his life to Christ after repentance, you check if there are any restitutions to make. Restitutions help to cut every link with the old self.
So what do we do now?
Ethan, take your wife and go home. God will fight for you.
Ethan, I am sorry. I know I acted foolishly by not telling you about my past. And you have every right to be upset with me.
I wish I never met him. But I'm confused. You don't look it. You look innocent.
I am innocent. I didn't choose my background. Look, for me, my joy is that I am a new person, saved out of darkness. And nothing can take me back to that dark life.
I'm happy for you.
Then take your wife home. Where are you going to?
I just need to clear my head in the living room.
Ethan, it seems you're avoiding me. Our first night together, I ate alone. And now it seems you don't want to stay with me in one room. I don't understand.
How is that my problem? Are you not the cause of all this?
How? Have you forgotten that you said God sent you into my life to wipe all my tears away? Mr. Ethan, what is your definition of wiping of tears?
Reverend Caleb. Yes, sir. You conducted the wedding between Mr. Ethan and Miss Mary.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware if Mr. Ethan paid the bride price of Miss Mary?
Yes, sir. He paid her bride price.
To who?
Actually, she's an orphan without any relative. So, looking at her dedication in the church, I volunteered to be her spiritual father.
That's a good one. Who collects the bride price? Is it the spiritual father or the biological father?
Sir, I actually adopted her as my spiritual daughter in the capacity of a biological father.
How much did you collect for the bride price?
Both honorarium, bride price, and other logistics, 250,000 naira.
What? 250,000 naira? Reverend Caleb, I must tell you the truth, you didn't do well. You did not act well. So, that is the situation on ground.
In all my years in ministry, I have never heard where a spiritual father stand as a biological father for an orphan and collect bride price over her head. These young pastors are full of funny characters.
Sir, if I may ask, in a situation where a young girl, an orphan, with no parents or relatives to receive a bride price, what is the position of the church?
Someone must have been responsible for her upkeep, like a guardian. If she's genuinely born again, someone led her to Christ. Someone must have discipled her.
Daddy, I think you have a point there. The person responsible for her upkeep before she met Ethan is her family. And there, her bride price should go.
What should we do now? Now that our own pastor has collected the bride price over her head.
Sir, from your explanation, I think we need to look for her guardian. The person responsible for her upkeep before she met Ethan. To pay back the bride price on behalf of Ethan.
That is a good suggestion. Reverend Caleb should refund the money he has collected back to the church. And the church disciplinary committee will take over from there.
I think this is the best decision. Thank you so much.
Can we have a conversation like two grown adults?
I have only one mission here, to take my wife home. She deserves more than you can offer. She suffered with me, she deserves to enjoy with me.
Since I've met her, her life has changed for good. God has used me to take away every tears you brought into her life. Your wife is not here.
You are too blind to understand. No one holds the snake by the tail. If truly she is your wife, you married her 3 days ago. Why haven't you had intimacy with her? I'm coming back for you.
Good morning, Reverend Caleb.
A gracious morning to you.
Please, come in.
Is your husband in?
No, he went to work, but I'm the only one at home.
I'm sorry, I can't come in. It's against our ethics. Can we speak there?
Okay.
The church has decided that as your pastor, it is not proper for me to collect your bride price. It should have been paid to the family you lived with before your marriage.
Reverend, I already told you that Mrs. Lois and her husband said they are not worthy to receive my bride price, that it is their Christian duty to help me.
Don't worry about that. The GO will pay them a visit and also take time to properly educate them on the right thing to be done, considering the fact that you were an orphan.
So is my husband going to raise another money for bride price?
No, the previous one, it still suffices. I just came in order to get the family's contact and also to inform you. So please help me tell your husband that there is need for another family meeting to correct the wrong thing that was done.
Okay, I will send the contact and the address to your phone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ethan.
Yes.
The GO confirmed at the just concluded meeting where Mrs. Lois and her husband officially stood as my guardian and family that we are legally married. I am your wife.
I have no problem with that.
We have been married for 2 weeks. Why have you not touched me? Fulfill your marital duties now. I want to feel like a woman.
I still need more time to pray.
What's this all about?
Ethan, Jesus set me free from darkness. I laid my past, renounced every iniquity in me on that altar. You came into my life as light. You brought joy. For the past 2 weeks now, You have not touched me. You have not even kissed me. Ethan, is it a crime to have married you?
I told you I needed more time to pray.
There is time and season for everything under the sun. A time to pray and a time for honeymoon. This is our honeymoon.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood. Hello?
Those are the words from the blood covenant I made with him before I found Christ. That part of me that made that blood covenant is dead. Stop living in my past.
That's right. Your past that has refused to remain in the past called me yesterday, demanding to know when I will be sending you over to him. Guess what? He also knew that I have not touched you. How did he know?
I hope you are not thinking that I've been talking to head boy behind you.
If you don't, who did? How did he know?
You are unbelievable.
And that's what I get. Expected. That's right. Expected. If you have not been seeing him, how did he get to know? How? Ah, God. Why did you allow me to get myself into this kind of mess?
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood. Do you want to know the meaning?
Hello, beauty. Why are you sitting here all alone? Are you good?
No, sir. Sir, it's just that I need money to take care of myself. I don't know if you can help me, sir.
You know what? I'm in town here for a meeting. I don't know if you can come along with me to my lodge. Maybe there we can talk better.
No problem, sir. As long as I live, I will love no other man but you. My body belongs to you alone. This is my promise to you.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood.
Oh yeah, let's go now. Let's go to my house. Let's go.
See, I go nowhere without the money.
I don't understand. We will enjoy ourselves first now before I say to you. Money is not a problem now. I'm a big boy.
Like I said, money first. It's for safety.
Wait. So money is your problem. Don't worry. Don't worry. You like what you're seeing now?
Yes.
You like this now?
Yes.
Hey.
Hey,
I know you love it. I know you love it. You know you love it.
like
It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. So now let's go now. Let's go.
No. Can you use inside? There's somewhere inside, okay? Yes. Come. As long as I live, I will love no other man but you. My body belongs to you alone. This is my promise to you.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood.
My blood, my vow. My vow, my blood.
He wanted to take me to his house, but I insisted we spend the night at a local hotel in the area which I agreed to. I was not too sure of what could happen to him, but I needed a place I could run for my life in case he died like Mark. At the middle of the night, I found him dead, and so I took off. It was not intentional to endanger their lives, but I needed money, and so I sold my body. I knew I cannot go on sleeping around with men since they all die after intimacy. I decided to look for work at a local restaurant. There I met Mrs. Lois. I told her my story. It was as if she charmed me to confess. I knew I was tired of my life and I just want to die, thinking she would call the police on me or throw me out. But she offered me a job at her restaurant. She said I'm free to sleep over at the restaurant till I get myself a place. She preached Christ to me and I gave my life to Jesus. She couldn't bring me into her home because she nursed the fear that I could tempt her husband to sin. She stood by me and gave me all the support I needed, both spiritually and materially. One day, as I walked by, I saw this church and I was moved to go in, to forever part ways with my past.
I was there for 6 hours. Finally, God spoke to me that He has forgiven my sins and wiped my tears. I left the altar with joy in my heart. Then I met you. He got to know that you have not touched me because by that old covenant, any man I have intimacy with will die after 30 minutes.
Father, thank you. I now know you love me. Thank you for keeping me away from death.
If you faint in the days of adversity, your strength is small. Do you even believe that I am born again? And that the power of death is broken in my life?
It was God that kept me away from touching you in order to preserve my life. I knew from the realm of the spirit that something was still wrong.
So what do we do now? For me, I'm not ready to continue this way. I will not allow you send me back into darkness.
And I will not allow you to kill me. Daddy, it was God that sent you to call me at this time. You are a true man of God. Even if I don't believe you before, tonight I totally believe that you're a prophet of God.
I was not expecting you to still be awake. What is going on over there?
Let me hear you first. Since it was God that led you to call me at this crucial time.
I just woke up from a terrible dream. In the dream, a very rich man gave you a house, the most beautiful I have ever seen. The house has everything in it, and you have peace and rest in it. Suddenly, a stranger brought a gallon of petrol to you, and you collected it, and you wet the entire house. From afar, I shouted your name, and I ran with all my strength. But before I could stop you, you have already set your beautiful house on fire. Are you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm still here.
You have been legally married to Sister Mary. Do not allow any stranger to destroy your marriage. The favor of your life is tied to that marriage. My wife and I are praying for you. What is it you wanted to tell me?
I have not touched my wife since we got married.
Are you impotent?
No, sir.
I will pay you a visit tomorrow morning. Ethan, return the ring to your wife. There's nothing to be afraid of. Whatever covenant it is broken the day she gave her life to Jesus Christ. So take your wife inside and fulfill your marital vow to her.
You mean now?
Yes, right now. And I'll be here for more than 30 minutes to see if you will die.
Daddy, I thought we'll first of all have a 3 days prayer and fasting. Then, after which...
For what? Take your wife inside. Don't you have faith?
Daddy, my faith is finished.
Mary, get inside. Prepare the bed. Your husband will soon join you.
Daddy. Daddy, thank you very much, sir. I've never been this happier in my life.
All thanks be to God. His mercies endureth forever.
But Daddy, what did you tell him to convince him?
Mary, get up and sit down. I think my job is done here. The Lord be with you.
Daddy, hold on a little bit. We need to entertain you. Mary, let's get Daddy something.
Ethan, don't worry. If you die now, I will organize a befitting burial for you. Mary, take care of your husband.
Daddy, he's in good hands, sir.
I am losing my patience. And I have waited enough to prove to you that she is mine. I want my wife back. Of what use is she to you? Keeping a woman you cannot have intimacy with.
You are right. There is no one that has intimacy with your wives and lives. I have had intimacy with my wife, and she's 2 months pregnant.
Never. Mary can never be pregnant for another man. My blood, my vow, my vow, my blood. That covenant can never be broken.
You are correct. It's unfortunate that your Mary is dead and now in the grave. So you have to go back to the grave to look for her.
Have you forgotten the sacrifice of our daughter that binds us together? The suffering. You want to throw all that away for this thing?
What sacrifice are you talking about? What daughter are you talking about? I never had any daughter with you. Look, like I said, that's Mary. Your Mary is dead.
Young man, by now I believe the police will be looking for you.
Your blood covenant with Mary is broken. The spell I cast on her has fallen on you. And that is why any woman you are intimate with dies after 30 minutes.
Baba, what will I do?
The only option is to have intimacy with Mary once again to reactivate the blood covenant. Or else, any other woman you have an affair with will die.
Baba, to have intimacy with Mary will be very difficult for me. You don't have another charm to give me. Let me use it on her.
Head boy, no charm, no spell will work on that woman. She's under the protection of the gods. But remember, you only have 7 months to be intimate with Mary, to reactivate the blood covenant. Or else, any other woman you are intimate with will die.
Baba, I think I know Mary's weak point. I know how to seduce her. Let me go now, Baba. I will get her.
Go well.
You again?
Good afternoon, Mr. Ethan. I'm deeply sorry for all my wicked acts against you. Just last week, I saw a revelation. I saw myself in hell. And then Jesus came and saved me. I'm sorry.
Wow. You mean you saw a revelation of Jesus?
Yes.
Please, come inside. Come inside.
Thank you, sir. That was my experience. Jesus asked me to specifically come and seek for your forgiveness, and also to make peace with you and your wife, and also to ask you and your wife to pray for me.
Head boy, no. What's your real name?
James.
Brother James, on behalf of me and my wife, we have forgiven you.
Today is a happy day for me, and I can't wait to share this news with my wife.
Thank you for your forgiveness. You are a good man indeed.
I would like you to join a 7-month discipleship course for new converts at my local assembly. All expenses on my family.
Oh, that will greatly help my spiritual growth. Please, what about your wife? I want to personally ask her to forgive me because I have allowed the devil to use me to cause her pain.
My wife left for Japan 2 days ago. She'll be there for 2 years. In fact, I'll join her next week. I just gained admission for my master's degree program.
Sir, do we have Japan University in this city? Or which of the Japan she did?
Japan overseas, Northeast Asia.
And she will be there for how long, you said?
2 years.
Ah! I don't die.
No, bro James. Don't say that again. You are a born-again child of God.
I don't die. How did I get myself into this mess? Only 7 months left for me in this life. I don't want to die now. No. I have not even enjoyed the so-called money. Every day, I bring dead bodies out of my house. For how long will this continue? There should be a way out.
Oh, spread the tidings round, wherever man is found, wherever human hearts and human woes abound. Let every Christian tongue proclaim the joyful sound, the Comforter has come. The Comforter has come, the Comforter has come, the Holy Ghost from heaven, the Father's promise given. Oh, spread the tidings round, wherever man is found. The Comforter has come. The long, long night is past, the morning breaks at last.